Hello, everyone, and welcome back to a brand new episode of ReFantazio. I don't know how I forgot about that. So hopefully I don't get out of breath in this episode. Not entirely sure what happened then. So no, I won't have to worry about long cutscenes since I'm actually playing this at a decent time. And by a decent time, I mean a little after 12 in the morning. That's decent for me. So last episode. Okay, sure. Well, we already did that. I mean, we spent like an hour talking about it, but okay. I would like to accept the request. Yes, I plan on running for the election. Yeah, to me and Fleming with no history to experience the speaker of as king, the idea makes me sick to my stomach. I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I would technically agree with that statement considering the current stance in politics. But then again, everyone's corrupt, so I don't know.
No, thank you.
Ideally, the country's dignifying man of great age, with over years of experience, and yet upstarts schoolchildren like you and Lewis stare to. Highly nice. You won't be able to get much longer to struggle us, Sif. I'll be happy to give you Uji on your funeral. I would doubt it. He just complained about he didn't want random nobodies running. I mean, Lewis isn't a random nobody. I mean, he's got experience, but dude's very obviously corrupt.
Hey!
Yes.
Let's focus.
Let's call it.
Okay, we got contact. Let's head back to the inn for now.
No registration issues, I trust?
Well, besides the occasional racism.
No, indeed. And we found ourselves a perfect target.
And by a perfect target, I mean it's not great, but as best it could do.
Fine work.
Stroll.
Stop lying.
See? She's convinced. Nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it. I'll prepare a map of the surrounding areas as well. But never mind that. Have you found us a kingly carriage?
I like how she's not even asked what they're hunting.
Well, I have made some arrangements.
You didn't get it, didn't you? I tried.
How best to put it? The vessel itself is without peer. Supposedly, it will come to us on the day of the opening ceremony.
You don't sound too sure about that.
Oh, no, I'm certain. All I mean to say is, well, you shall soon see for yourself.
Yay for both half-assing it.
Well, under the circumstances, I'll take what we can get. And setting that up in a day. Not so bad having a knight on our side.
You know, Stroll, you're much better when you're not trying to virtue signal.
You needn't speak so. In truth, I've just resigned from the Knight's Order.
You have it already?
Though it is only my bond of service I relinquish, not my title.
Yeah, I was about to say, you haven't shown up to work for like, what, 5 years? I'm surprised they didn't fire you already.
We will shortly be seeking Luis's esteem. Should it come to light that I am a knight in active service, it may jeopardize our efforts.
Still, you didn't hesitate to leave. I can tell you're serious about this.
Again, she didn't show up to work for 5 years.
It was not an abrupt parting. I've come to doubt the Order since returning to find them serving the Santifex and not the Royals. Those who refused the Church's rule were cast out for their defiance. I only hope those fallen knights found useful employ elsewhere.
And those who refused the king were executed.
Sounds like you've been through a lot too.
Well, in any case, we can focus on our bounty contract now. Let's make sure we get some proper rest tonight.
Wouldn't the church have their own private army, actually?
Let's rest.
Oh, no? Okay. Wait, can Should I talk to you?
What in the
I can't get a single drink with the dullest shit that I've had, haven't we? You're about to tell to get shit about Lewis and King, so let me ask you a proper. Upstate book takes the crowd, and anyone's gonna fill up the politics. You know, when people got their ideas about what the country's gotta be, and at the end of the day, they're never gonna remember outcasts like us. Oh, 100% true.
Fancy a bit of info?
Stroll's just like minding his business with a map.
Hey,
I just felt like a map of montage. You gave me one from Guy's personal effects. They cover all the main roads. You found one town, but the military map is always more details.
yeah.
Florence continues to be our anchor to pay her back. Let's give her achieve our goals. Can we, like, make her a campaign manager or something? I don't think we have that yet.
Good night.
Thank you. Late in the middle of the night, or as Darwin likes to say, early in the fucking morning. Oh, you want to come in? I wasn't saying the F word, no. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Want to read some more?
Not today.
Oh.
You're all leaving tomorrow, right?
We'll be back.
I'll be cheering for you. So I just...
And here comes the waterworks.
Oh no. I promised Miss Fabian I wouldn't cry.
You're already starting according to your art.
It's alright. I won't tell her.
Papa was trying to stop a bad man, you said. And that's what you're all doing too, isn't it?
Yes. The show just came along for some reason. I know he's got to get the motivation, but...
I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
I know he's got a motivation now, but like he really just joined before. He's like, oh, he's a bad man? Alright, I'll join you. And then the writers gave him a motivation afterwards for him to join. I'm still off about that. Oh, yes, I will be back.
It's a promise.
Alright. Promise?
Yes.
The next time I see you again, can you tell me more about the outside world?
Like Kansas?
This one's important.
I don't know why I said Kansas.
I never got a chance to say this to Papa. So, thank you.
I actually never been to
I'll go to
Kansas.
bed now.
Captain, may I have a moment?
Yes.
Good night.
Good night, child.
I was hoping for a chance to speak before we set out.
Huh, never noticed your necklace before. Nice.
Since our meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. Now you risk your very life for this cause. 'Tis no easy burden.
Oh no, we were opposing on you before you proposing. I don't know. Ah, fuck.
It pains me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
Don't worry about it.
'Tis kind of you to say. But that book, we met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital. Do you recall?
Yeah, you in the opening cutscene.
I remember your stunt getting me flung in the wastes.
My apologies. I thought only to minimize casualties, one way or another. So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. Curious to see a utopian novel these days. I'd thought them long since banned.
So they ban hippies? I guess that's not the worst thing in the world.
You needn't worry. I've no intention of taking it from you. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to their contents.
Just the utopia in general, not anything else. Just the word utopia. They didn't like that.
Yet I wonder, how could a simple book have possibly stunned them so? Do you mind if I read a passage or two?
reads the entire book.
So it is a fiction written as if a personal account. This chapter seems to concern the system by which the nation's leader is decided. In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less sovereign, without the consent of the people. Those who aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear before the people what they will do in service of their country. Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced and stripped of power. Such is the authority of the people.
On paper, anyways. Most of the time, politicians will say they do one thing and then lie, and then never get around to doing it. To be like, yeah, I got around to one of the two things. I mean, it didn't pass Congress, but I tried. So what about the other thing? Oh, definitely not trying that.
In this way, it is the people who are the land's true king. Quite the opposite of our own country. Now I see why our upper echelons would abolish such texts.
How dare they abolish
Had
democracy?
our lands embraced such accountability, perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered such a fate. No. As a knight, 'tis not my place to say. I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good.
So, quick question. After assumingly we become king, will we become a parliamentary kingdom or something?
Oh, I suppose. 'Tis not so bad to dream now and then. It takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. Perhaps that is the purpose of this newfound strength. My dearest dream. 'Tis to save His Highness, even at the cost of my life. Nothing more.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
By a day. Ooh, anime cutscene.
Judah!
Lady Juna!
New character. Hey, newsman I like. She looks mostly human. Maybe like an elf.
Far away sky, blue and clear. Echo my wish, so that all may hear.
She's speaking in the middle of a verse.
To this land, as here we stand, let us greet the rising dawn hand in hand.
Oh, it's probably the national anthem.
Faraway sky so clear. Let my wish echo.
Okay. Cool. You gonna say thank you? Nope, just gonna wave? Alright.
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the inauguration of the tournament for the throne. For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven.
Again, why are we doing this in foreign
They face
capitals?
their first challenge, the exhibition of the brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown. Closest to the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78 Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden! Victory to Sanctifex Forden! I claim no great ambition, nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together! Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Giddo.
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly. But those who would seize the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctis have in this race? Still, it's not over by far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Friar! Where's Count Louise?
All right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering?
Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
All right. For those Count Luis supporters, you might want to meet our next entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Luis, Gladel, the Black Hound.
Him. So he was one of Luis's men.
The fallen king embraced sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look to the sky all you wish. No god can save you. What our country needs is power! Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions. The great liberal merchant, it's Roger Ward. By war, by conquest, by right, it's Rudolph Krauss. In it more for the gauntlet runners than the throne, it's Lena Caden. Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life, it's Loveless O'Shea. Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous, it's Milo Maurizio.
Wow, if we lose this, I think the country has some even bigger problems.
Yeah.
Now, I do believe we have one final
There's
candidate.
only like 2 serious
You're an old boy
candidates.
present. Come on, let's see a face.
You gonna make a speech?
What? An Elda? Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
By the way, the ride you applied with still hasn't arrived. And if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. All right?
Hey! What's going on?
I'm surprised he didn't come back by
Wait,
this.
what is he doing?
So, contestants, are you ready?
How'd you behave? A land runner? It's quick! Wait, it's headed right for them! It'll crash! Whoa!
What the heck is that?
Beautiful. So much for a first impression.
What hell? Isn't he a marvel, chums?
You don't! You nearly brought down the cathedral! How could I care? It was bad enough when Luis did it the first time. That feckless, shameless old fool.
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all.
Right! I'd call that a full roster. Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go! Prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people, for the throne. Let the games begin!
We must take to the road.
Come on, come on! So fast! Better hold on to something or I'll get blown up!
It's incredible!
Just a second.
Yay?
Can you hear me?
No! Anyways, back to what we're doing. Oh boy, what voice should I give you, pilot? They haven't seem to be doing that much. Yeah, just crazy as a runner. I'll take that as a compliment, little lady. Let's have some coordinates and a little test run. This is what's happening right now.
Let's see.
What at the old castle town, I think, actually way south. Okay.
Let's see here.
Hold on.
So, are there like the two principalities, like puppet states, exactly? Is that what's going on? Is this like a Holy Roman Empire situation? I'm confused by this game's world building. I know!
Oh,
Yeah, and the amount of legs grab I said every 4 days to 3 nights about. 4 days to 3 nights, a great deal faster than carriage. Sure, the world will be safer at that kind of speed. Really good, that shows witches. I don't know what I'm saying. Doesn't matter, the old castle town.
This is amazing! I don't know a thing about gauntlet runners, but even I can tell this is a hell of a craft.
Do we have to worry about those windows?
I can hardly believe she's ours to drive.
Well, you're not driving it, so.
You're telling me that? Feels like ages since I've been out on the open road. This girl's been waiting long enough for her time to shine.
Oh, okay, but like, who are you, sir?
So this is what you use to talk with the driver. Convenient, that. Look, old fellow, are you really on our side? You realize we don't have funds to pay you. Money? I'm not in this for the money, boy. What I want is a little gusto. What do you think, lad? Isn't this a rush? It is at that. Like riding the wind. That's the ticket. It's been so long since I've had a good chin wag. Brilliant, isn't it? Yeah. You've a good head on your shoulders, boy. Yes, I can tell you're a sharp one. Where to, ladies? The world is our shellfish.
You certainly are a different person behind the wheel.
hey, Hulkenberg! Can we get an explanation yet?
That man is Neurus. An Ishkia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite everything, he was heir to a noble house and personal machinist for the royal family.
Huh.
What?
He's a master engineer, of course, positively peerless. But as you can see, the runners get him a bit excitable.
And how do you know him? Oh.
Neurus, are you there? I'm coming in.
Well, I'm already in, but you know.
Even amidst all this commotion in town, I find you buried in your work.
It's too much to do.
As always. To business then. I must ask a favor. Would you be able to ready a carriage for me?
No new commissions. No time for them. Ask another right.
It is not a new one I require. Before His Highness disappeared, did you not accept a contract to build him a custom carriage? Without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie unused. I was hoping I might borrow it a short while.
But, pish and tosh, woman. She is for royal use and naught else.
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know, but I'd not be asking without a grave need. Might I at least see it?
I mean, well,
'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off. Where lies it now?
I've deadlines to meet, dash it. Off with you now. Leave me be.
Really?
You've been acting stranger than usual. What ails you?
Whoa!
That's a way to turn on a light switch.
Good God.
How did I not see it? It wasn't that dark in here.
Is this a gauntlet runner? The very craft commissioned for His Highness the Prince? Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away. Oh, Neurus, you are an inspiration. Such nobility of purpose.
Yes. Right.
However, for a craft meant for the royal family, it is rather excessive, isn't it?
Oh, go show off the wolf.
Did you really build this vehicle exactly to their orders? You cannot mean.
Well, at first, certainly. I followed the blueprints exactly. But then His Highness died, and, I couldn't just let the old girl waste away. A masterpiece like her, collecting dust in storage? No! Unacceptable! I'm working toward a dream. And this poor old girl is going to help me see it through.
You imbecile! A lowly, brazen court engineer butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! For this mania! You embezzled the royal treasury and disrespected his legacy! Treason!
Mercy, please! Look, take my head if you must, milady, but leave the Balliol runner alone.
Look, this runner is fully operational now. Then I suggest you cooperate, for both our sakes. Finish your tinkering by tomorrow and bring it to the Grand Cathedral as soon as you can.
Eh? What's all this now? You play the proud soldier at me and then pluck it for your own schemes?
'Tis no scheme. I would use it for His Highness's sake.
For His Highness, eh? Hold a tick. Haven't Haven't you been looking for him? Wandering across God knows where last I heard. So if you're back now and now you want a gauntlet runner for His Highness? Is His Highness still alive? That's it! I've got you, haven't I?
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists. The time has come to repay His mercy.
Understood.
So he's mostly meek when he's not behind the wheel.
Can this old duck really handle an undercover operation?
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least true that he feels an undying debt of gratitude to the royal family.
Also, I frighten his shit.
Pish and tosh, boy. A little faith. Not to brag, but this old duck's craft might be the fastest gauntlet runner in the kingdom. Why, probably the world. I think. Maybe.
How encouraging.
All I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go. Show her off to the world. And you? Well, I presume you'd rather work together than have to walk, eh?
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think?
I mean, he's a little bit insane, but...
Well, if we die, we all die together.
Ha! The boy's bold as brass.
'Tis not an invitation, you don't. Eyes on the road.
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices. We're all in the same boat. Or runner, I guess.
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and grease work. Just make sure we've got a proper plan for all this mess now.
This guy's got no filter. But he has a point. We do need to talk strategy.
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. The bigger the head, the better. Our destination is Port Brylehaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. It'd be a trek on foot, but this gauntlet runner should make it a snap.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is a nefarious criminal who's been kidnapping and selling off children.
A criminal? Did the task not specify a monster's head?
Hey, they never said literal monster.
Don't worry, all part of the plan. We don't need to win this thing. We just need to get Luis's attention. Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. A knight-turned-kidnapper at that. Shows them we're there for justice.
But to deliberately violate the rules, we risk being disqualified entirely.
Again, never said a literal monster.
Then again, 'tis just as likely to win the people's attention and thereby Luis's. I do understand the intent. What do you think of this plan?
I think it's a perfect idea. Makes sense, doesn't it? The bounty's Heismay, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close to home, Hulkenberg, so if you'd rather hang back...
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet, 'tis strange indeed that we are hunting a mere man when the trial demands a monster. Then again, our true aim is beyond the ambitions of any other aspirant. Our fate rests in this plan of yours, Stroll.
Thank you. I'll try to ensure your trust isn't misplaced.
Righto. Now our course is set. Feel free to use anything in the gauntlet runner. Even got a bathing room if you could use a wash.
Do we have a room we can use to pay outside? Okay.
Good to know. We can always look around more thoroughly later.
Yes. You needn't tire yourself out before we arrive.
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. But I'll take you wherever you're going for your sake and mine. After all, the wilds out there are no very picnic. Oh no. It's a den of wild beasts, savage scoundrels. And we'll not get past it without days on the road together.
Are we moving backwards? You think everyone knows that game? I saw that. We're moving backwards. Oh, now we're moving forwards.
So, if you Well, give me a hoot. Bound to find me in the cockpit or the engine room.
He's certainly an eccentric, but he doesn't seem like a bad person. We'll get used to him, I suppose.
Hopefully.
Oh, yeah?
That's what the engine one looks like. Well, that's a next time thing. Alright. Yeah, you have to be patient. Oh, come on! So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's episode, folks. In the next episode, we'll go ahead and see what this engine, this baby has to, whatever. Yeah, got me when it has to do. But until then, see you folks next time. I need to open up a window.